Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2025 related video here on my channel, and another sort of reaction video as well, because right now I'm about to listen to snippets of all of the songs in contention for Moldova, with regards to the upcoming edition of the ESC, which will take place, of course, this May in Basel, Switzerland. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below. And as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. I should say that I have once again tinkered with the audio quality of these recordings. I really wasn't happy with how the last video turned out. So hopefully moving forwards, I will be a lot more satisfied now that I have altered things once again. Anyway, Moldova. As I speak to you, it is January the 18th, and the first part of that country's national selection has pretty much concluded. Of course, Moldova has a live audition round. This has been the case for a long time, and 26 names were involved. There's been quite a few withdrawals and disqualifications. This seems to be a recurring theme this Eurovision season. Anna G, Dan Alexandrov, E. Blanchband and Valeria all not involved in the end. But taking a look at the list, we have the likes of Katie Rain, Catalina Solomac, and of course Tudor Bumbac. They're all back, along with some names like Poops, who perhaps aren't so familiar. It's always worth taking a look as well at the songwriters sometimes. So I can see here that one song has been co-written by a member of Sunstroke Project, and Catalina's track has quite a notable songwriting team, I guess. So I'll be keeping my eyes and ears open for those two in particular. I have a video loaded up and ready to go. It's by Mr. Eurovision Recaps. It's a recap of the live auditions. It's just under 7 minutes long. What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching, but that's the way it usually is, and you may well have seen this video by now anyway. Of course, Moldova debuted at Eurovision 20 years ago this year in Kyiv with Stop Shi Stub and Bunica Batedoba, Grandmother Beats the Drum. Finished in the top 10, my third favourite of that whole contest. And over the past decade, we've had Eduard Romaniuta with I Want Your Love, which opened the first semi-final in Vienna. He didn't qualify. We had Lydia Isac in Stockholm, the guy dressed in the astronaut outfit. That didn't qualify. Then we had Sunstroke Project, who finished third with Hey Mama in Kyiv 2017. Seriously impressive, and the juries were pretty much on board with it as well. Then in 2018 we had Doridos with My Lucky Day, and that definitely was elevated by the staging and the overall performance. In 2019 we had Anna Odobescu, who didn't qualify, but she had the Sand Artist, which made it stand out a little bit. Then we had Natalia Gordienko, the 06 representative. Back in 2020, the pandemic ruined things. She was back in 2021 with Sugar. When that song came out, a lot of people were very excited, but then the momentum faded significantly, if you ask me. The result still wasn't too bad, though, in the final. In 2022, we had Stop Shi Stub again, and they finished second in the public half of the results, which is still bizarre to say considering the song it was. And then in 2023, Pasha Parfeni came back. He did all right for himself in the final, mid-table. And then last year, we had the returning Natalia Barbu within the middle, and there she was in the middle of the stage in Malmö, but she didn't qualify, and to be honest, there wasn't really any momentum for her track from day one. So what will Moldova bring to the table this time? No artist here has done Eurovision before, so that's quite refreshing. Here we go. Hopefully everything sounds alright in this video. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to get my notebook out and make a note of the songs that stand out to me, and we may even have the 10 qualifiers shortly. Who knows? Certainly we'll have them very soon. So here we go. These snippets might be very short. Alas, we move. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Diana Elmas, Fly Away. Okay, this is a familiar name. I should say some of these songs were out before this live audition round, but I stayed well clear of listening to them. I've no idea who the favourite could be already. Absolutely no idea at all. This seems to be A big old ballad. Sort of really doing some vocal riff type stuff here, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Next up is Sasha Kanadanyan with Silent Hills. Okay, instrumentally, this has some potential to it. But I feel as though his voice in this snippet is a little unclear. Anyway, we have by NR11. Goodness. Quite theatrical, and that's just the attire. I'm not sure about that one myself. Next up is Ludmilla by Nordica. Oh, I like the guitar. How do you feel? I mean, fair play. This is one of the good things about Moldova in some regards, is that anybody's got a fair shot. That's not for me, though, gotta be honest. Next up is Royals ST with Zboaransus. You'll have to forgive my pronunciations here. That's going on the list. If 10 go through, that's going on the list. She looks quite confident. The guy off to one side looks as though... Well, he looks a little bit lost, to be honest with you. But that's not bad. Next up is Tudor Bumbac with Pace Noi Vrem. Good on him. It sounds like some sort of spooky fairground song. But you know what? Credit where credit's due. Next up is Sasha Letty with Haute Couture. Okay. Very light disco type pop. That's a maybe. Next up is Nadia Krajewski, who was on the Instagram post on the joint Instagram page, rajc.esc, link in the description as always. She was listed as an artist to watch. This is not a shadow. Okay, dramatic ballad. Sing it. Okay, that's a possibility. Next up is Sasha Bogniubov with All Night Party. Again, this is light, very, very light disco pop type stuff. Okay, next up is Moldovan Dance by Predien Christian. Oh. Very static, but that's okay. Everybody's pretty static. That's going on the maybe list because, again, instrumentally, that has some promise to it. But Moldovan Dance, there's no dance, and it's not very up-tempo. Next is Crisscross with Euvin. Okay, it's a bit heavier. Why is he wearing a scarf? Must be cold in Moldova at this time of year. Anyway, that does stand out a little bit. You're on the maybe list. Next up is Vadim Eleni with Mama Safi. Oh, I say. Well, I'll tell you something. This has a rather classic feel to it. There could be an audience for something like that. But you're not going on the list. Next up is Rina with Dorintele. Pretty ordinary ballad here. Very safe. Maybe not for me. Next up is Baccio and Carnival Brain with Semafuare. You're through. It just feels a little bit more polished than some of the other tracks we have here. But it definitely needs a little bit more juice, a little bit more excitement maybe, instrumentally. I know these are short snippets, but we move on. Poops, featuring Zafi with Destinul. Moldova, yeah. I feel as though it's building up to something. I'm not writing you down, but maybe there's a little something about that track. Next up is Prisa featuring MC Mike with Cuckoo. Diddy-dam, diddy-dam, diddy-dam. Not too sure about that one. Next up is Lisa Volk with O Lacrima Undor. Oh, I say. You're on the list, the maybe list, purely because you seem to have a pretty decent voice. The drummer's having a good time. Yeah, okay. It feels maybe a tad dated, but nice vocalist. Okay, still not blown away by anything here. Next is Lailu with Pop. What are these visuals, by the way? Okay, this feels also a tad dated, it must be said. And she doesn't look massively confident, but you know what? It sounds fairly pleasant. Why Gaga Band with Alexia. Okay. Why is he holding a phone? Is this a song about actual Alexia? My goodness, I'm not sure about that one. Fairly jaunty, but not going on the list. Next is Lodos with Sentimental. Okay, maybe. Has a slight classical whiff to it. Okay, next up is Sasha again with We Changed Our Gender. Well, actually, I don't mind the guitar in the background. Don't tell Trump you changed your gender, though, because he might have a coronary. Next up is Katie Rain with Timple. Okay, there's a little bit of potential there. Seems to be some strings in the back. Catalina. Ah, here's the little star in the making. She was involved last year, had a pretty decent offering, and this time around she has demons. Oh. Okay. You're through. It's definitely one of the strongest ones here, but I think already that could do with a little revamp or two. Next up is Tanya Tudor with Bring Me Back. Hey, you know what? That's okay. Oh, this looks like a good time. Pavel Pashkan with Alla Turreia de Tina. Why not? Okay, that's not going on the list. And finally, we have somebody I'm actually quite interested in, Zeloriel with Miracle. When I was doing my research off camera, it's so difficult to find information about some of these Moldovan artists, but when I typed in her name, some very futuristic imagery popped up, so let's see what this is all about. Well, that's very different, isn't it? Not really sure what to make of that one. But okay. That is the situation in Moldova. And I believe there's 3 songs here that should definitely be making the actual national final. Royals ST. Let's sort this alphabetically, shall we? Royals ST. Yes. Zboaren Sus. The double acts, Bacho and Carnival Brain, straight through, and Catalina should be going straight through as well. And I would say Catalina maybe is in with the best chance here. We've also got, maybe not that one, Nadia Krajewski should maybe be going through. I've no idea what I've written down there. Crisscross, maybe. Lisa Volk, maybe. Lodos, Sentimental, maybe. Katie Rain, maybe. Tanya Tudor, maybe. And that final one from Zeloriel, also a maybe. But what's this one here? I can't make out my handwriting. Oh, no. I think it's Christian Predian. Yes. That maybe should be making the cut as well. I wouldn't say it's a sensational batch. We know from Moldova the songs that are the best generally do go through, and then it's a mishmash of songs that, with all due respect, probably don't have any chance. Do we have the result yet? No, we don't, but that must be announced fairly soon. Let me know your thoughts on this Moldovan lineup. I'm just going to go through, and I am going to have to just do this. Bear with me. Let's make sure that's turned on. So, this is ESC Samuel. Let me just skip through to his top 10. So, he's got Poops at number 10, okay. Sasha at number 9, okay. Moldovan Dance at number 8, okay. Crisscross number 7, okay, we're on the same page. Royals ST number 6. The DJ with Cuckoo, number 5. I'm not sure about that. Catalina, number 4. Yes. Katie Rain, number 3. Fair enough. Nadia, number 2. Yeah, not bad. And then Semafoire, number 1. Can't say I'm surprised. Let me take a look at the comments on ESC Samuel's video. Okay. And then everybody's loving Tudor. Catalina. Yeah. Okay. not many comments because these videos haven't been up long. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Obviously, being very honest about what I'm hearing, but these are just snippets. I'm sure when I hear the actual final lineup and the full songs, I'll have better opinions. At least everybody's getting a fair shot. Do you know what I mean? There's not many submissions every year for Moldova, and so you must feel pretty good of being in with a chance of making the national final if you submit a track. Anyway, that's what I think. Hopefully this video is alright for you, and I'll be back before too long with more Eurovision related content fairly soon. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.